Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brittany of BrittanyJJones.com. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome to the channel. I hope that you will like what you see and subscribe below for more. In today's video, we are going to be talking all about the Simplicity Bias Tape Maker. I told you all in, I think my 2 videos ago, I told you all that I recently purchased this. I purchased it back in July or August. It's just been something that I've always wanted to have in my sewing room, and so I decided to just go ahead and buy it. I purchased it with my own money directly from simplicity.com. Even though I worked there, I did not try to get the hookup. I was tempted though. I was like, wait, let me see. But no, I went ahead and purchased it. Like I said, it's just something I've been wanting to have in my sewing room. I love all things sewing, so that includes all types of gadgets. Like, do I need it? Maybe not. No, maybe I don't, but I'm happy. So in today's video, I am going to be unboxing it. I am really excited to see it in action. Like I said in my previous video, you can absolutely make bias tape without this machine. So please do not be tempted to go out and purchase this just because I was tempted. If it doesn't make sense for the type of sewing and garment construction or even projects and crafts that you do regularly, then you can always just cut out your own strips, and you can just make your own quick bias tape if you're doing it for just quick one-off types of projects. But if you do add a lot of bias tape, maybe you add it to your waistbands, maybe you have different types of projects and crafts and all types of things that you use it for, this could be good. But I'm gonna tell you at the end if I think it's worth it. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, let's take a closer look at the Simplicity Bias Tape Maker. As you can see here, this comes with 6 tips included. I did open this up previously in another video, but I put everything back exactly the same. You have your instructions. You have some additional advice, and this says that you can watch a video tutorial if you scan this QR code, so that's really helpful. Okay, this is the adapter here for the power cord. These are the different tips. It comes with 6. The other one is already attached to the machine, but these here are the ones that were in the package. So you have one that's 1 1/4 inches. This one here is 1 inch, 3/4, 1/2, and 1/4. It has a little latch right here. Okay, so this is everything that comes in the box. You have some instructions. You also have some additional help with a video. You have your adapter and your power cord, the machine itself, and again, it comes with 6 different tips. So I'm just going to familiarize myself with everything here. I'm not going to show this like I'm an expert and I know what it is. Like I said, I'm just now using it. I'm learning it too. But just from the directions here, this right here is the winding spindle. And once you have your bias tape, the fabric on here that you want to turn into bias tape, you would just kind of sit it into there. This right here is the guide bar. Kind of pull that up. That goes into there, and that helps the fabric come off of here, go over the guide and directly into the bias tip here. For the bias tip, they said it pops up, which I'm so scared. Please pop up. Yeah, it did. Oh, okay, that was easy. So that just pops into here, so it just kind of slides and clicks. This right here is the iron plate cover, and this slides back, pops up. This is what that looks like. So after you have your bias tape feeded in, you would have to bring it all the way over here before you turn it on and start feeding it. Don't just leave it there. So this right here is the on and off switch. I did not realize that it had different fabrics here that you can select from, which is really helpful. Ready light, so once it is heated, ready to start running, then that will turn green. You have the run light, that is basically your start, your go, start running, and then the reset iron. So it says that if you leave it on after 10 minutes, the light is going to go off after 10 minutes. But if you need to start back, you would just push that reset and it'll start back heating up. Let's go ahead and make a bias strip, and we're going to test this out. Per the instructions, you need to cut the bias 2 times the size of the tip you will be using. For example, to use the 1 inch tip, cut a strip that is 2 inches wide. Okay, I have a piece of cotton here. So to make a strip of bias tape, the first thing that we want to do is find a 45-degree angle, because that is where the bias is on the 45-degree angle of the fabric. I'm just going to fold this up because I want to fold it so that I can see the right side here. Okay, so here's my 45-degree angle here. Okay, I'm going to give this a light press here on my 45-degree angle. Okay, I gave this a light press, and so I'm going to use this line right here as a guide. I'm going to go over 2 inches and then another 2 inches to create the bias tape. I'm going to just mark this in because I can't see it. Now, if you just needed a little piece of bias tape to maybe go around a pocket or something to finish off a seam, or if you just had something small you're working on and this was enough, then you can just go ahead and roll this and start feeding it through the bias tape maker. But if you have a bigger project and you need to have a longer piece of bias tape, this is how you would connect it. So with right sides facing, you would lay down one piece of the bias tape. You would lay this one down so it's right sides together. Then you would stitch diagonally down here at 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'm going to go ahead and do that stitch and then I'll be back with the next step. Okay, I have it stitched here at 1/4 inch seam allowance and I went ahead and pressed the ends open flat like you see here. If you have any excess that's extending, you can just trim that off. And now we have a continuous piece of bias tape. Going to slide this through the winding spindle here. Go under the metal clip so that it secures it and holds it in place. Once you have the fabric under the metal clip, just start to wind the fabric around the spindle and make sure that it's nice and taut while you're winding it. Once you have the fabric rolled, you can place the spindle back into the spindle holder, and then you want the fabric to just lay over the guide bar like so. And I'm going to lift up the bias tip here, slide this through. I'm going to grab a pen to kind of push it down so it comes out. I'll clip it back. Once you have the fabric pulled through the tip, go ahead and remove the iron plate cover. And I'm going to bring this down here all the way to the end, put the cover back on. Okay, we're all plugged in. I'm gonna, oh wait, I need to put it on cotton. We're doing cotton. Once this light turns green, then we're good to go. We could just say it takes about 4 minutes to warm up because I started my timer later. Let's do this. Okay, here we go. It's not hot. The fabric isn't hot like I thought it would be, but how cool is this? This part here was what I had pulled through, so you would probably have to obviously press this down. This is what it looks like where we joined it at here. So, I mean, you can go back to the ironing board and just kind of bring those in, but honestly, I think it's not an issue and it's even on this side here. So, yeah, this is just what that looks like. But this is really cool. I'm going to go ahead and just roll this up. And I have to find a project that this would be really great on. But really excited about this bias tape maker, y'all. Well, that is all for the video, and I really do hope that you all enjoyed it. I had so much fun just kind of testing this out and playing with it. I can say that originally I thought that once this came through the machine that it was going to be really hot. It's actually not hot at all. Like I thought it was going to be hot like I just hit it with an iron. It's definitely not hot. So I'm really just impressed at how flat it is, at how nice it looks, at how even it is as well. On the topic of do I think it's worth it, I would say it's worth it again, depending on what you do, the type of garments that you make, the type of projects that you make. If you do a lot of bias tape, this right here can have some strips done under a minute, maybe two, as opposed to you like dragging it out or like ironing it and all the things, which again, you can totally do it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying if you do a lot of it, absolutely. If you're only adding bias tape to one garment a month, unless you just love things like me, because I'm in that boat. I'm in that category of only add bias tape to one thing a month. But again, this is me. I know myself. I know what I like. And I know the type of gadgets and things that get me excited. Like, I don't need expensive fabric, okay? I don't need $50 a yard fabric. Just give me a fun gadget, okay? Yeah, if you're like me and you just like having tools and gadgets, there you go. If you're also like me and you don't use a lot of bias tape, but you're on the fence of if you should get it or not, I do think just getting those little tips will do the job for you, because again, you don't use bias tape a lot. But if you use it a lot, if you're adding it to majority of your projects, if you're adding it to a lot of your crafts and things like that, I absolutely think this would be something great to have. It could definitely cut down on your time. Again, if you're adding it to a lot of garments. So yeah, that is my review of it. I do think it's really easy to use. I thought it was going to be a lot more complicated than what it was. The instructions are straightforward. They do provide a video. I did not realize that the dial actually had different fabric types like cotton, linen, wool, all those things on there. So I think that's really great too. Overall, I'm really happy with my purchase. I do feel like I will add a little bit more bias tape to my garments now. I also think this would be fantastic as a holiday gift. And it's not just for garment sewing. So if you know someone that's into crafts, if you know a quilter, this could be a fantastic gift. I think this is a really, really great gift for the upcoming holiday season. So that is all for the video. I really do hope that you all enjoyed it. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you do not miss when the next video is live. Until then, blessings everyone. Bye.